What makes our next storyteller happy? Well, it's the sound of his girlfriend's voice saying his name as she greets him. Here with his story, Unexpected Mentor, let's give a lot of love for Eduard Kirchner.
It was fall of last year. I am sitting in a lecture hall at the University of Hamburg. But this lecture on administrative law is different from the others. Before the professor says anything, a woman comes up. Imagine you could step into the life of a child, look them in the eyes, and show them the self-confidence they need to succeed at school. Read with them, explore and learn, meet them once a week. All you need to do is sign up for this volunteer kids mentoring program. And I'm wondering, why are there tears flowing down my face? Shortly before this lecture, I was sitting on the floor of my new apartment trying to assemble an IKEA wardrobe. And I'm trying to get this together, these wooden boards, and there's this Dübel, this wooden tiny plug that I need to get in to connect them, but it goes into the wrong hole, and then I can't get it out again, so I push it and I shove, but it won't move, so I have to get a drill from the neighbors, and I destroy this plug. But now I need to get a new plug, but the one I get, it's too long, so I have to shorten it. And maybe life without a wardrobe isn't so bad. But then I'm screaming to myself, why didn't my dad show me how to do this? Why didn't he give me the tools that I need to build my own life? Why did he just leave me alone? How could he pass away from cancer when I was just 21? Three months later, I'm heading for a school to pick up Rashid. He's this 7-year-old Afghan boy, and I've made this great plan. I bought a map of the city, and we're going to read the street names, and he'll explore the parks and the different playgrounds, and it's going to be great. And when I meet him, he gives me a high five. He has this big smile on his face. He's so excited, and we play tag. But when I show him the map, he can't even make out the letters. And I'm thinking, oh, this is not going to be so easy to show him how to read. So a month later, we meet on a park bench to read a kid's book. And he only wants to read the short words like and or it's. And he's shouting, I don't want to read long words. I can't do it. And I see in his eyes how terrified he is and how much pressure he must be under because he's repeating the first grade. And I'm thinking, at this rate, a year can pass and I'm not going to be able to teach him how to read. So another month later, for our next meeting, I decide that I'm going to read a kid's book for him. So we meet at a public library and we sit down on a sofa, and Rashid looks at the book and he's saying, this is so long, we're never going to get through it. It's 60 pages. But I insist, and I start reading, and I hear my own voice doing these different character voices and putting emphasis on different parts of the sentence. And Rashid starts to snuggle up to me, and I feel this warmth going through my body. And suddenly I remember how I used to snuggle up to my dad when I was Rashid's age, and how my dad would read for me every evening. In my bed, I would snuggle up to him, and he would go for hours. It was like this magical, world-exclusive theater play production he would put on, and I would always ask him just one more story till he would fall asleep. So I keep reading to Rashid, and he notices these sound words like whoosh or boom or crash, and he starts to read them along. And he even reads some full sentences. So my dad did teach me an important skill, and through rediscovering it, I turned into the mentor that I was looking for. Thank you.